Hi, I'm Marvin, Creative Director here at Plain is Simple. This you are watching is a video series called Studio Life, and this is episode 1. So, what is this about? We are a motion design studio, and we'd like people to know more about us. And the way we want to do that is through this video series. So, for today's episode, I'll be telling you the origin story of Plain is Simple. And I have prepared 4 questions to help me tell that story. So, here goes. When I was young, I was inspired by this anime called Yu Yu Hakusho, and I started using PowerPoint presentations to create animations. It's nothing fancy, it's just stick figures. And my business partner right now and my cousin saw one of my creations and also wanted to do the same, to do the PowerPoint animation. So when we were young, we always try to compete. I make my own animation, he also makes his own animation, and he invites me over to his house, or vice versa, I invite him over to our house, and I show the animations that I created, and he would also show the animations that he created. And we usually let our relatives judge who is better, and he always win. His animations are always better. Then time passes by, he stopped, I didn't. I moved from PowerPoint presentation to Flash, and it was hard because during my time when I started animation, there was really no resources, there was no tutorial. So you are always on your own. You have no one to ask questions to. So mostly it's just trial and error. And when I was young, I was always watching cartoons and try to study the motion of the characters. Back when I was in college, I have this classmate who was a freelance web developer, and he needed some help in an animation gig. So one day in class, he told us, who here knows how to animate? I tried to volunteer for others. I told him, this guy is good, very good in After Effects. This guy is good in Flash animation. All of them said no because they were busy with their studies. So I told him, I know a little bit about animation. And he told me, good, do you have some work you could show me? I showed him my work, and he told me it was good enough. But honestly, it wasn't good enough. It was really bad. But I got the job, and I finished it, and he promised more work, but there was no more work afterwards. I felt something different while doing that gig. You get to do something you really love and get paid for it. And I wasn't satisfied. I wanted more of that. So what I did was I went to freelancer.com and I started bidding on projects. But I didn't really win. I lost a lot of the bids. And when I was young, I was really delusional. I really think of myself as a really good animator. And I was animating using a mouse, and I just kept saying to myself, I think if I only have a graphics tablet, I would be able to win bids. So what I did is I went and bought a Wacom graphics tablet. I used all the money that I earned from my previous animation gig, and I bought my first Wacom graphics tablet. And I still lost a lot of bids, but I didn't give up. I kept on practicing, I kept on bidding, and then finally I won one project. So when I graduated in college, I was an IT graduate. I immediately started to work in a startup company called Pick Life. And while I was working, I was animating on the side, and I had this client named Derek Sivers. He is a TED speaker, and during the time he was writing a book, and the gig was about creating an animated trailer of his books. He also know that I only animate on the side, and one day he told me, why not go full-time? And I told him, I'm afraid. I'm afraid maybe I won't get any clients. And then he told me, I could help you. I could send an email to my list of contacts and I could refer you to them. And immediately when I heard that, I handed over my resignation letter. I mean, I was young, I hadn't really thought that through. I'm not even sure if it's going to work, but I immediately did it. After 2 months of working in Pick Life, I handed over my resignation letter. And what I did afterwards was to create a website, because I thought that if Derek is going to refer his contacts to me, what is the first thing that they would see? And if I don't have a website, that's going to be a problem. So I made a website. I also contacted my cousin. Remember the one I told earlier? I contacted him. Do you want to be partners? I mean, I could teach you animation and we could do this together. And he agreed. And I taught him everything I know about animation, and he's a very quick learner. So at the very start of Plain Simple, it's a two-man team. And our first few clients came from Derek's contacts. And what's amazing is that once we have finished the project for our clients, our clients referred us to their colleagues. And then their colleagues became our clients. And then they would then refer their colleagues who would become our clients. And the cycle goes on. And to cut the story short, our projects grew, our number of projects grew, that I had to hire more people. I think Plain Simple would be a major player in the motion design community. I think in the future we would be able to work with big brands that would have big impact. I also think that Plain Simple would grow into a community that would be able to help other aspiring motion designers. If you like this video and if you'd like to see how our story unfolds, please subscribe. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, links are in the description. So I think that's it. Goodbye for now and see you on the next episode.